Before Rimuru Tempest became one of the strongest beings in existence, he was just an ordinary 37-year-old office worker named Satoru Mikami. He lived a normal life until one unexpected moment changed everything. While protecting his friend from a random attacker, Satoru was fatally stabbed. As he slowly lost consciousness, he heard a mysterious voice, interpreting his final thoughts and transforming them into incredible abilities. His resistance to pain became pain nullification. His wish to avoid extreme temperatures became thermal resistance. But the two abilities that would define his entire journey were Great Sage, an extraordinary intelligence capable of analyzing almost anything, and Predator, a skill that allowed him to devour creatures, absorb their powers, and make those abilities his own. When Satoru opened his eyes again, he wasn't human anymore. He had been reincarnated as a tiny blue slime in a completely different world. At first glance, he looked like the weakest monster imaginable, but hidden within that small body were two skills that would allow him to evolve without limits. The rise of the strongest being in Tensura had officially begun. Not long after being reincarnated, Rimuru wandered through a dark cave, where he encountered a being unlike anything he had ever imagined, the legendary storm dragon Veldora. Feared as one of the most powerful creatures in the world, Veldora had been sealed away for over 300 years by the hero. Instead of attacking each other, the two quickly became friends. During their conversation, they decided to exchange names. Veldora gave the slime the name Rimuru Tempest, while Rimuru named the dragon Veldora Tempest, creating a soul connection between them. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture. It granted Rimuru the protection and blessing of one of the world's strongest beings. Wanting to free his new friend someday, Rimuru used Predator to absorb Veldora along with the barrier imprisoning him. Veldora wasn't defeated. Instead, he was safely stored inside Rimuru's stomach, where Great Sage could analyze the seal and search for a way to break it. That single decision changed everything. With Veldora's immense magicules and Great Sage's constant analysis, Rimuru had just taken the first true step toward becoming the strongest being in Tensura. From the moment Rimuru left the cave, his growth accelerated at an unbelievable pace. Unlike most monsters who were limited by their natural abilities, Rimuru possessed the unique skill Predator. This wasn't just a way to defeat enemies. It allowed him to absorb them, analyze their bodies, and permanently acquire their skills and resistances. His first major gains came from the creatures living inside the cave. After consuming the Hippocute herbs, he gained powerful healing abilities. Devouring the black spider granted him sticky steel threads and poison resistance, while absorbing the direwolves gave him enhanced senses and the ability to mimic their appearance. Every battle wasn't just another victory, it became another permanent power-up. Working alongside Great Sage, every absorbed monster was carefully analyzed, allowing Rimuru to use his new abilities more efficiently than their original owners. While others trained for years to become stronger, Rimuru simply had to survive, adapt, and consume. With every enemy he defeated, his arsenal continued to grow, making him stronger than anyone realized. And this was only the beginning of his incredible evolution. After leaving the cave, Rimuru encountered a small village of goblins being terrorized by direwolves. Instead of ignoring them, he chose to protect them. As a gesture of gratitude, the goblins asked Rimuru to give them names. In this world, naming a monster isn't just symbolic. It consumes an enormous amount of magicules and causes the named monster to evolve into a stronger species. Using Veldora's massive magicule reserves as support, Rimuru named every goblin, transforming them into powerful hobgoblins. He then named the direwolf's new leader, creating Ranga, one of his strongest and most loyal companions. Later, he even named the 6 surviving ogres, evolving them into the mighty Kijin, Benimaru, Shion, Shuna, Sue, Hakuro, and Kurobe. By surrounding himself with powerful allies, Rimuru wasn't just creating a nation, he was building an army of monsters who would continue growing alongside him. This marked the birth of the Jura Tempest Federation, and from this point forward, Rimuru's strength would no longer come from his abilities alone, but from the powerful family he had created. As the Jura Forest fell into chaos, Rimuru faced his greatest challenge yet, the orc disaster. Geld, Unlike every enemy before him, Geld wasn't just a powerful monster. He carried the unique skill Starved, allowing him to endlessly consume monsters and steal their strength. Every battle made him even more dangerous, threatening to devour the entire forest. Rimuru realized brute force alone wouldn't be enough. After an intense battle, he used Predator to consume Geld, absorbing both his immense power and the devastating Starved skill. With Great Sage's analysis, Predator evolved into the far more powerful Gluttony. This new skill greatly improved Rimuru's ability to consume, analyze, and store anything he absorbed, making his growth faster than ever before. By defeating the Orc disaster, Rimuru didn't just save the Jura Forest, he proved he could overcome calamity-level threats. With Gluttony at his side and an ever-growing nation behind him, Rimuru had reached a level where even demon lords could no longer ignore his existence. Yet his greatest transformation was still waiting just around the corner. Just as the Jura Tempest Federation began to prosper, tragedy struck. The Kingdom of Falmouth invaded Tempest, using a powerful anti-magic barrier that weakened Rimuru's forces. While Rimuru was away, thousands of monsters were slaughtered, including one of his closest companions, Shion. For the first time since arriving in this world, Rimuru realized that being powerful wasn't enough to protect the people he cared about. Determined to bring them back, he learned that if he evolved into a true demon lord, there was a chance he could resurrect the fallen. But the price was terrifying. He needed the souls of 10,000 humans. Without hesitation, Rimuru defeated the invading army, gathering the required souls and triggering the Harvest Festival. As his body evolved, his powers reached an entirely new level. Great Sage awakened into the ultimate skill Raphael, Lord of Wisdom, while Gluttony evolved into Beelzebub, Lord of Gluttony. The resurrection ritual succeeded, and Shion, along with the others, returned to life. From that moment on, Rimuru was no longer just a powerful slime. He had become a true demon lord, and his journey toward becoming the strongest being in Tensura had truly begun.